Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Let's call it.
In the matter of the people versus Millete, will the parties please state your appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christy Bowles appearing on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Bonita Martinez on behalf of Larry Millete, who is present before the board.
Good afternoon, counsel. Good afternoon, Mr. Millete. All right, so we've had a discussion off the record in chambers, and the purpose of today's hearing is to confirm our preliminary hearing, which is scheduled for June 27th. Ms. Bowles?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll be ready for that given date.
Who will be ready?
All right, then. There's a request that you have, Ms. Martinez, in regards to your client's contact. Actually, it's from the people. We'll start
Yes,
there.
Your Honor, there was this, the court's aware, there was an order that was issued by Judge Dedezio. It was on October 27th, after the defendant had violated the protective order protecting the children, and she prohibited all jail call communication by the defendant. I was notified by the jail that they have the ability to provide inmates with video visits. Those are visits that are sort of similar to a FaceTime, or it's a virtual computer call, essentially, where the party to the call is not present at the jail. So the Sheriff's Department has no way of monitoring who that person on the other line, on the other side of the line is in the video visit. And so it's my request that the video visits be included in Judge Dedezio's order that prohibits jail calls, that it also expand to those video visits, because I think it's part and parcel of the purpose of her order restricting the jail calls.
Ms. Martinez?
Based on our discussions earlier today, we submitted the court's order.
I'm granting that request. We'll modify the order so that he's not allowed to have any type of telephonic, electronic, computer, or virtual communications, with the exception of communications with his attorney and his attorney's legal team.
So would computer then include email?
Yes. So that covers any type of electronic or video communication. It's to the I'm going to leave it to the sheriff's discretion in regards to personal visits. So, counsel, you can talk with the sheriff's office in that regard. And, of course, my prior orders in regards to the criminal protective order, or rather the court's prior orders regarding the criminal protective order regarding the children, that remains. So I'm not impacting that at all. So I've addressed the electronic and computer communication and leaving the sheriff's discretion in regards to any personal visits. The prior orders in regards to the CPO remain. And is there anything else?
Stop. Can I go? Well, what time? Are they part of the CPO? I just want to verify that.
Your Honor, wants clarification. His parents, Benito Millete and Judith Millete, are included in the CPO protection order.
I don't believe that's correct
Okay.
in regards to the CPO. Ms. Wills.
No, Your Honor, the CPO that was, and a copy was provided again to, a copy was provided to the defendant on October 27th, and it specifically lists the names of the protected parties, which are his 3 children.
So my parents are good.
Your Honor, my understanding was that the court who heard the case that day just added the names of his parents on that CPO at the bottom of it, the way that I recall it.
I never.
It's still a CPO that I understood. That's why he's a little bit confused about that.
Oh, has he been in contact with his parents?
No, He has not.
Because I didn't want to break that CPO again.
The CPO is for the 3 children.
Okay.
I never added his parents to the CPO. Once, after the CPO was violated, the court then restricted all jail calls.
Okay. I'll confirm that the criminal protective order we have in the file only addresses the children and not his parents. That's not your request, is it?
No,
Okay, so we'll make sure that if there is, for some reason, something in the file that's prohibiting his parents from having contact with him, we'll make sure that the criminal protective orders is corrected in that fashion. I do believe that part of the issue previously was his parents may have been allowing the contact with the children. So that was one of the reasons why Judge DiDezio wanted to make it clear that they weren't going to facilitate any contact with him and the children.
correct.
I believe that's right, Your Honor.
And so there should still not be, for example, if a personal visit occurs with his parents, the defendant should not be asking his parents to communicate a message to the children, because that would be violating the CPO, because the CPO says no contact even through a third party. So there should be no emails, no letters sent to the children, no efforts to communicate to the children through a third party.
Right, so his parents are free to visit him and to contact him, as long as they're not attempting to communicate any messages from him to the children in that regard.
Thank you for clarifying
It's
that.
not to discuss the children with visits. And counsel, I don't know what's going on in regards to the sheriff allowing him to have personal visits or not. You'll have to look into that. And if there's an issue that you want to raise and bring to the court's attention, then I'll do what I can in that regard.
When will I be able to at least talk to other people for them to isolate them? Like at least phone calls for, for mental stuff.
I believe he wants to have clarification as to any other people out there besides the parents and the 3 grandchildren. Is he allowed for those people to visit
Phone calls.
or
Phone
no
calls?
phone calls? Yes.
When will I be able to at least have some phone calls with
Phone calls,
just friends and family?
or
other
friends
than-
and family phone calls coming in? No, yes. I understood. that was
I'm
a-
not changing Judge DiDezio's order in regards to contact with electronic contact with
Okay.
anyone but you and your legal team.
Thank you.
And at the sheriff's discretion, anyone can visit him in the jail. And I don't believe any of these orders have impacted the ability for him to write a letter or for someone to write a letter to him. Is that correct?
Correct. Again, notwithstanding the CPO protecting the children.
So have we, let's set our future dates.
We had cleared June 9th, Your Honor, with the court as an intervening status.
All right, then. I won't go anywhere in June. All right, then. Let's set those dates, June 9th and June 27th. So the following future dates are confirmed.
Status conference on June 9th at 1:30 in Department 9. Preliminary hearing on June 27th at 9 a.m. in Department 9 with a 3-week time estimate.
Thank you.
And finally,
Thank you.
Ms. Bowles, you did indicate that you're going to provide Ms. Martinez with a witness list to help her prepare and narrow what needs to be covered when the preliminary hearing comes.
Correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I have a tentative date on when she's going to provide me the list of the witnesses?
Oh, you two can discuss that. I trust you to be able to work that out between each other. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, all prior orders not in conflict remain in full force and effect, and the defendant is ordered back on those days.
Thank you,
Your
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That concludes the hearing.